Happy Book Talk Tuesday. Welcome back. So a few weeks ago, I put on social media that I needed more copies of a book called Not If I Save You First. I had 3 girls that are going into high school that wanted to read it for their summer reading, and I didn't have enough copies. So I had amazing friends who not only had copies that I could borrow. One friend said, I'm buying a copy because I'm just sending it and give it to whoever needs it. I think her daughter was reading it also. And then my wonderful friend Molly in Tennessee, she works for Scholastic. She sent me a message and said, hey, we don't have that book right now, but I'm going to send you some that these girls would probably like also. Y'all, she sent me a whole big box of great books to share with you guys. So I'm going to share them with you today. Thank you to Scholastic. Thank you to Molly, who is the best book fair rep I have ever had, hands down. She needs a raise. Scholastic, if you're listening, Molly is amazing. And Scholastic always likes to give back, and they help their communities. Anytime you can support them, please do, because they do great things all over our country for disaster relief when schools have been torn down by tornadoes and hurricanes, and they just really are amazing. So thank you, Scholastic. Thank you, Molly. I love it. Okay, so I am going to talk about these books, and then if you follow me on Wetzig Reads on Facebook or on our Wilkerson Instagram, Wilkerson Library Rocks Instagram page, I will be giving them away pretty soon, so pay attention to that, so how you can get your hands on these. So these are all from Scholastic in paperback. So these are all books she thought that if somebody likes Not If I Save You First, you might like these also. Forgotten Girl, this is a great book about a girl who was out exploring out in the woods back behind her house with her friend, and they came across these like crumbled up gravestones, and one girl in particular kind of stood out. Her name was Avery something. Anyway, after that, this girl was feeling this pull towards the graveyard all the time, and just was really interested in why it was just kind of back in the woods and nobody really, it was just there, kind of forgotten about. So she realizes that it is a graveyard, an old black cemetery from many years ago, like 100 years ago. And it just was left there, and nobody really took the time to respect the people that were buried there. And she is determined to change that and make it right for the people who are in there. But in the middle of all that, there's some pretty scary stuff that happens in that book, but it's good. All right, y'all know I have not read this book. I mean, that one I could do because it was historical fiction. This one, no. But I'm sure y'all will love it. I just don't like to be scared. I don't like it. So this one is The Undrowned. It's by K.R. Alexander. And actually, I went ahead and put this one and a bunch of other ones by K.R. Alexander on my order for school because I know y'all are going to like these books. So this book is about these 2 girls that were really good friends. They're out by like a lake somewhere or some water somewhere one night, and they get into a fight. And one pushes the other one, and she falls, I guess, over a cliff, I'm not sure, but into the water and doesn't come back up. So there's no way she has lived through this. Well, the next day, the girl that was pushed came back to school and acted like nothing happened. Except, apparently now she's going to make her former friend's life a living nightmare. Y'all enjoy that. I know you're going to love it. I know you will. You don't have to tell me about it. I'm good. All right. A Good Kind of Trouble. I talked about this earlier this summer. I had an advanced reader copy of this, and I was super excited about it. I loved this book. It's about a girl named, I think her name is Shay. My glasses are broken again, y'all. It's a tragedy. Anyway, she is going into 7th grade. She's, trying to navigate 7th grade, and people, your friends that you've had for a long time start acting a little different, and they might be with other friends now because you're just not around them in all the classes all the time. She is a rule follower, just like me, so we connected very quickly. She always wants to do the right thing. She doesn't want to ruffle anybody's feathers or ever get in trouble. Her older sister, Hannah, really doesn't care about that as much. Not that she wants to get in trouble, but if she sees something that's not right, she's going to stand up for it. And so her sister started going to some Black Lives Matters protests, and she was worried about her sister getting in trouble or getting hurt or something. But then she started listening to what her sister had to say, and Shay, I think is her name, started to realize that maybe, it's okay to stand up for what you believe in and what you think is right, as long as you're going about it the right way. So, you can get in trouble maybe for doing something good sometimes. I really love this character in this book. The author was great. I read another book by her this summer, and I cannot at the moment think of what it was. Lisa Moore Ramee, or Ramee, maybe. That sounds fancier, Ramee. Refugee. If you have not read Refugee, then you are missing out on life. Any Alan Gratz book, really. Any Alan Gratz book. This is another story of survival, just like Not If I Save You First. That's definitely a survival story. I don't think I talked about what it was about. Anyway, it's about some kids out in the Alaskan wilderness. One's the son of the president, and one was the daughter of the former secret agent in charge of the president. It's really good. Okay, anyway, Refugee is a story of survival. It's 3 different stories that somehow are connected in the end. It's 3 separate people's stories. The story of somebody who is a refugee from Nazi Germany, somebody that is a refugee from Cuba in the 1980s, and then somebody that is a refugee from, I want to say Syria, like within the past 5 years. Anyway, great. I love Alan Gratz. He has a new one coming out, actually, I think this year. Things are all running together for me. He has a 9/11, no, it's next year because it's the anniversary. A 9/11 book coming out on the 20th anniversary of 9/11. This one, we didn't have a Scholastic book fair in the spring, so I would have seen this, I think, if we did, but we didn't have one because school was closed. This is A Girl on Schindler's List, and it is a true story based on this true story of this girl who she was forced into one of the ghettos in Krakow, Poland, for the Jewish ghettos, and which was that is not a good place to be. If you read Resistance by Jennifer Nielsen, you will know that. And then she is end up getting sent to Auschwitz, but she is released from Auschwitz because of Schindler. Schindler does something to help her get released from Auschwitz. So this one I am definitely going to read. I've already put it on our order list. So I hope you guys saw something that you would like to pick up. Follow me on Instagram, Wilkerson Library Rocks, or on the Facebook page, Wetzig Reads. And in the next few days, I'll be putting up information about how you could win one of these books. Next week, I will talk to you about some more Scholastic books that my friend Molly sent. Next week's going to be more junior high school books. They're a little older, but these are awesome. You guys have a great day and go read lots of books.